In the early 1980s, personal computers were becoming more common, but they were also difficult to use. Microsoft, led by Bill Gates, saw an opportunity. They wanted to make PCs simpler and more accessible. This vision led to the birth of Windows. Windows 1.0 was launched in 1985. It was a graphical user interface for PCs. This meant users could interact with their computers using a mouse and visual elements. This was a big change from the command line interfaces of the time. Windows 1.0 was not an immediate success. It lacked the features and polish of later versions. Despite its limitations, Windows 1.0 introduced some key concepts. The idea of a windowing system with multiple programs running simultaneously was revolutionary. This laid the groundwork for future versions of Windows. Microsoft continued to refine its vision. The release of Windows 3.0 in 1990 was a significant step forward. It offered improved graphics, better performance, and more features. This version gained wider adoption, making Windows a major player in the PC market. The battle for the desktop was on. August 24, 1995. This date marked a watershed moment in computing history. It was the day Microsoft released Windows 95. This version of Windows was more than just an upgrade. It was a cultural phenomenon. Windows 95 introduced the world to the Start button, the taskbar, and the familiar desktop we still use today. It was designed to be user-friendly, with a focus on ease of use. This approach resonated with users. Millions of people upgraded their PCs to experience the power and simplicity of Windows 95. The operating system's popularity helped solidify Microsoft's dominance in the PC market. It paved the way for the internet boom of the late 1990s. Windows 95 was more than just an operating system. It was a gateway to a new world of possibilities. It introduced millions to the power of personal computing. It changed the way we work, play, and connect with each other. The year 2000 brought with it the dawn of a new millennium. It also brought Windows XP, an operating system that became synonymous with stability and reliability. Released in October 2001, Windows XP was built on a more stable codebase than its predecessors. This new version offered a redesigned user interface with a colorful and visually appealing aesthetic. Windows XP introduced features like System Restore and improved networking capabilities. These enhancements made it a favorite among both home and business users. XP's stability and reliability contributed to its long lifespan. Microsoft supported the operating system for over a decade. This made it one of the most widely used versions of Windows ever released. Even today, some users remain reluctant to part with their trusty XP machines. The success of Windows XP cemented Microsoft's position as the leading operating system provider. It set the stage for the company's continued innovation in the years to come. In the fast-paced world of technology, not every innovation is an instant hit. Windows Vista, released in 2007, proved to be a challenging chapter in the Windows story. While it introduced some innovative features like a redesigned user interface and enhanced security features, it was also plagued by performance issues and compatibility problems. Many users found Vista to be slow and resource-intensive. This led to frustration and a reluctance to upgrade from the still popular Windows XP. Microsoft listened to the feedback and worked to address these issues. The result was Windows 7, released in 2009. This version of Windows addressed many of the shortcomings of its predecessor. It offered improved performance, enhanced reliability, and a more refined user experience. Windows 7 was quickly embraced by users and critics alike. It became one of the most popular and successful versions of Windows to date. Section 5. The Touchscreen Revolution, Windows 8. The rise of smartphones and tablets in the early 2010s brought with it a new era of touch-based computing. Microsoft recognized this trend and sought to bridge the gap between traditional PCs and mobile devices with the release of Windows 8 in 2012. This version represented a radical departure from previous versions of Windows. It introduced a tile-based start screen designed for touch interaction. This new interface, while innovative, proved to be divisive. Many longtime Windows users found it confusing and unfamiliar. The removal of the traditional Start button was particularly controversial. Despite its innovative features such as improved multi-monitor support and the introduction of the Microsoft Store, Windows 8 struggled to gain widespread adoption. The radical changes to the user interface alienated some users. It highlighted the challenges of balancing innovation with familiarity in operating system design. Section 6. Refinement and Consolidation. Windows 10. Microsoft learned from the mixed reception of Windows 8. They used that knowledge to create Windows 10, released in 2015. This version aimed to bridge the gap between the familiar and the innovative. It reintroduced the Start button, providing a sense of continuity for longtime Windows users. Windows 10 also retained and refined the touch-friendly features introduced in Windows 8. It introduced new features like the Cortana virtual assistant and the Microsoft Edge web browser. Security was also a major focus for Windows 10, with Microsoft introducing new features like Windows Hello for biometric authentication. With its focus on unifying the Windows experience across devices, Windows 10 became the foundation for Microsoft's ongoing vision of a connected computing ecosystem. It marked a new era for Windows, one focused on providing a secure, versatile, and constantly evolving platform for the future of computing. Section 7. The Cloud-Powered Future. Windows 11. As technology continued to evolve, so too did the needs of computer users. The rise of cloud computing, artificial intelligence, and hybrid work environments demanded a modern operating system capable of adapting to these changing landscapes. Windows 11, released in 2021, emerged as Microsoft's response to these evolving demands. Building on the foundation laid by Windows 10, Windows 11 placed a renewed emphasis on simplicity, speed, and security. It introduced a redesigned user interface with a centered taskbar and rounded corners, offering a more contemporary look and feel. Integration with Microsoft's cloud services, including OneDrive and Microsoft 365, became more seamless. Windows 11 also embraced the evolving nature of work, with features designed to enhance productivity and collaboration in hybrid work environments. With its focus on modern design, seamless cloud integration, and enhanced security features, Windows 11 positioned itself as the operating system for the future of work and play. Section 8. The Legacy of Windows. From its humble beginnings in the 1980s to its current position as the world's most popular desktop operating system, Windows has left an undeniable mark on the world of technology. Over the years, Windows has evolved from a simple graphical user interface into a complex and powerful operating system. It has played a pivotal role in the democratization of personal computing. Windows made technology accessible to millions of people around the world. It has empowered businesses, fueled innovation, and connected people in ways that were unimaginable just a few decades ago. The familiar Start button, taskbar, and desktop have become iconic symbols of the digital age. More than just an operating system, Windows has become an integral part of our digital lives. Its legacy is one of innovation, accessibility, and constant evolution. This legacy will continue to shape the way we interact with technology for years to come. Section 9. Windows in a Changing World. The world of technology is in a constant state of flux, with new trends and innovations emerging all the time. Cloud computing, artificial intelligence, and the increasing convergence of devices are just a few of the forces shaping the future of computing. In this dynamic landscape, Windows faces both challenges and opportunities. One of the biggest challenges for Windows is to remain relevant in a world increasingly dominated by mobile devices. While Windows remains the dominant operating system for desktop PCs, the rise of smartphones and tablets has shifted user behavior. People are spending more time on mobile devices. To address this challenge, Microsoft must continue to innovate and find new ways to make Windows compelling for users on all devices. The company has made strides in this area with its cloud-based services and its efforts to create a more unified Windows experience across devices. The future of Windows will likely be shaped by how well Microsoft can adapt to the evolving needs of users and the changing technological landscape. If history is any guide, Windows will continue to evolve and find new ways to empower users in the years to come.